Om Namah Shivaya. Hi friends, how are you? In this video we are going to learn about the blastocyst formation and implantation. The morula enters the uterus about 4 days of fertilization. Morula enters uterus about 4 days of fertilization. After reaching the uterus, the conceptus floats freely in the intrauterine fluid for approximately 3 days. After reaching the uterus, the conceptus floats free in intrauterine fluid for approximately 3 days. During which it further undergoes cell division. Now the conceptus is known as blastocyst. The stage which the cells have lost their totipotentiality and have begun to differentiate. Now the conceptus is known as blastocyst. The stage which cells have lost their totipotentiality and have begun to differentiate. The blastocyst derives nutriment from the uterine fluid. Blastocyst derives nourishment from the uterine fluid. The blastocyst contains of 3 components. Tropoblast, embryoblast and blastocele. Okay, these are the 3 components: tropoblast, embryoblast and blastocele. Okay, first tropoblast. See this figure. This is the blastocyst stage. Okay, this is the blastocyst stage and it contains of 3 components. This blastocyst contains of 3 components: tropoblast, blastocyst. This is the tropoblast. Okay, these cells are the tropoblast. This is the blastocyst and this is the embryoblast, blastocyst and tropoblast. Okay, these are the outer layer. This is the tropoblast. See one by one. Tropoblast. An outer layer of cells of blastocyst is called tropoblast. An outer layer of cells of blastocyst is called tropoblast. The tropoblast consists of extraembryonic ectodermal cells present on embryonic membrane. The tropoblast consists of extraembryonic ectodermal cells present on embryonic membrane. It helps in implantation of conceptus and contributes to placenta formation. The tropoblast and its membrane secrete human chorionic gonadotrophin. The tropoblast and its membrane secrete human chorionic gonadotrophin. Okay. Tropoblast. An outer layer of cells of blastocyst is called tropoblast. The tropoblast consists of extraembryonic ectodermal cells present on embryonic membrane, and these cells help in implantation of conceptus and contributes to placenta formation. Okay, these extraembryonic ectodermal cells help in implantation of conceptus and these cells contribute to placenta formation. Tropoblast and its membrane secrete human chorionic gonadotrophin, and this membrane is nothing but placenta. Okay, next, embryoblast. An inner cell mass called embryoblast that gives rise to fetus. An inner cell mass called embryoblast that gives rise to fetus. Okay, next, blastocele. A central fluid filled cavity of blastocyst is called blastocele. A central fluid filled cavity of blastocyst is called blastocele. It forms amniotic cavity. Okay. In subsequent development, the inner cell mass gives rise to the fetus. The trophoblast surrounds the embryo or fetus throughout its development and is involved in its nutrition as well as in the secretion of several important hormones. Okay, see it once again. Blastocyst formation and implantation. The morula enters the uterus about 4 days of implantation. After reaching the uterus, the conceptus flows free in the intrauterine fluid for approximately 3 days. Okay, during which it further undergoes cell divisions. Now the conceptus is known as blastocyst. Okay, now the conceptus now known as blastocyst. Okay, whole thing. Okay guys, the stage which the cells have in the blastocyst stage, the cells have lost their totipotentiality and have begun to differentiate. Blastocyst derives nutrients from uterine fluid. Blastocyst derives nutrition from uterine fluid. This blastocyst consists of 3 components. Okay, trophoblast, embryoblast and blastocele. Okay, first, trophoblast. An outer layer of cells of blastocyst is called trophoblast. The trophoblast consists of extra-embryonic ectodermal cells present on embryonic membrane. It helps in implantation of the conceptus and contributes to placentum formation. Trophoblast and its membrane secrete human chorionic gonadotrophin. Okay, next, embryoblast. An inner cell mass called embryoblast which gives rise to fetus. Next, blastocele. A central fluid filled cavity of blastocyst is called blastocele. It forms amniotic cavity. Okay, amniotic cavity is formed from the blastocele. In subsequent development, the inner cell mass gives rise to the fetus. The embryoblast surrounds the embryo or fetus throughout its development and is developed into its nutrition as well as in the secretion of several important hormones. See this figure. This figure shows the stages in formation of blastocyst. Okay, stages in formation of blastocyst. Okay, see, this is the 2-cellular stage and this is the 4-cellular stage. This is the 8 to 32 cell stage. Okay, we call this stage as morula. Okay, this is the blastocyst stage. Okay, this blastocyst stage consists of 3 components: trophoblast, this whole thing is the blastocyst. Okay, but here blastocele is present, which is a central fluid which further develops into an amniotic cavity. Next, this is the embryoblast. Okay, if you like this video, like, share and subscribe. Thank you.